Hey, everybody, it's Anne Turnbull, Crown Diamond with Max International. It is great to see you all here today. We are going to move into the building your rockstar brand. So this was a great session. And this is talking about your personal brand. So I want you to think about for a minute, what do you want to be known for when people think of you? What do you actually stand for? What do you want to be about when people think of you? Okay, so if you think of me, for example, all right, I know many of you know me. What are some things that come to mind when you think about me? Just type them into the chat. What comes to your mind when you think about me? About what I'm about, what I stand for, what comes to your mind? So type into the chat whatever comes to your mind about what you think about me. So, it could be, okay, so Irene says consistency. Okay, Dr. Izzy says leadership, value. So type in whatever you think of when you think of me. Okay, sacrifice. Okay, love. Beautiful, heartfelt leader. Amazing. Max. CD Dr. James is watching. Yes. Well, nobody could be, it's funny though, nobody inside of Max could know I'm not Max, but a lot of people outside of Max could not know I'm Max. So, okay, attention to detail, go-getter. Okay, BOM presentations, inspiring, courageous, impact, training, okay, support, inspiration. Okay, amazing. So here's the thing, guys. We want to be deliberate about what people think of us when they think of us, right? And I have to tell you that I have work to do in this area. In fact, when I came back to Ontario for the holidays, that was the big thing I wanted to work on. I'll just be very transparent with you. I really wanted to work on that. I overthink. My mind overthinks, my brain overthinks, and I really wanted to work on that because I've been listening to these workshops. I've been part of them, and I didn't get to it. So yesterday's workshop was great, and even today is great because whenever you have to teach, you learn. And so what I did instead during my time here is I worked on a lot of systems and some tools and other things that are also fantastic. I'm happy with those. But we want to be very deliberate in how we are thought of, okay? So I want you to just take a minute to yourself and write down 10 things that you want to be thought of that are good, that would be good for your business. How do you want to be seen that would be good for your business? Okay, how do you want to be seen that would be good for your business? Just take a minute and jot them down. If you want to write any into the chat, please write them into the chat as well. But things that you want to be recognized for, that you want people to think of when they think of you, that would be good for your business. Okay, that would be good for your business. Okay, so write those down. If you don't get a chance to do them all right now, it's fine. This is an exercise you want to work on, okay? This PowerPoint will be in the chat, and so will the recording that will be in our Facebook group. So you want to write those list of things that would be good for your business, that you want to be known for, that you stand for. And then the other thing that you want to think about, and by the way, one of the exercises that many of us did last year, and you can do it if you haven't done it or if you want a fresh take on it. I saw that Wattmaster just did his and I loved it. But if you want people to, if you want to get an idea of how people see you, just write into your social media platforms, whichever ones you're on, and do it on different ones because sometimes different people see you differently. Put a great picture of you in that social media platform, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whatever it is, and just write, what comes to your mind when you think of me. okay, and just see what people say. What Master just did it, and I wrote, you know, when I think of him, I think of young, I think of hustle, I think of technology, I think of leadership, I think of commitment, right? So, and it's very interesting when you hear what others think of you. I did that exercise last year as well to my friends and family, and got a lot of feedback, and that has started to shape who I want to be known as. So that's been interesting. Now, here's something else to think about. We've just talked about what you stand for, okay, what you want to be known for, but what do you stand against? That's something we don't often think about. And you, just as you're going to be known for, you and your group is going to be known for what you stand for, you're also going to be known for what you stand against, because whatever you tolerate is accepted. So think about that. And what will you not tolerate? Now, not tolerating is a little bit different than gentle correction. You know, you don't want to throw someone out of the group simply because they just don't understand yet. But, you know, a few things, for example, that for me, I don't tolerate a lack of integrity. I don't tolerate negativity or complaints. If you know me and you see anytime there's a complaint on any public page that I am on, I will do it with love and with gentleness, but I will always point out the positive side. That's one of the things I think I'm known for, is always being positive. And I will always point out the positive side. I will maybe make a gentle correction and ask them to maybe reframe it in a positive way, or to appreciate the things we have, or whatever it might be. I will not stand for negativity, and I don't want that anywhere around me. So that's one thing I don't stand for: negativity and complaints. Right? Let's have some solutions. Let's have some constructive feedback. Let's have some, you know, I'm struggling a bit with this. I have some ideas. Do you have any other thoughts that could help me? But complaining is not helpful, in my opinion. Another thing for me that I don't believe in, and it's not that I'm not going to tolerate it. See, this is the fine line between tolerate and embrace, I guess. I don't believe in actively building more than one network marketing company. So I understand using products, no problem. Of course, even me, I use other network marketing company products, but building two companies, I understand some people, if that's what they choose to do, it's no problem. It's not against our policy, it's fine. But for me, I will not promote them as a leader. I will not actively spend my time with those people coaching them. I just won't do it. I won't have them be on our presentations if they're actively promoting two companies. I don't believe in it. I don't believe you can be successful. So absolutely, everyone is welcome to do that, but it's not something that I personally believe in. So think about that as well and make that list for yourself, okay? Now, so this is the assignment that I talked about. If you haven't done it for a while, or maybe you've never done it, or maybe you just want a fresh take on it for 2022, ask that question on social media. What comes to your mind when you think of me? And really ask them for specifics, okay? Tell them that you are working on your business, you're working on some branding and new business initiatives in 2022, and it would really be helpful for you if they gave you 2 or 3 things that comes to their mind when they think of you, okay? And just ask the question. All right, now, let's see here. All right, this is, Jessie Lee Ward. Okay, we had some amazing people on our workshop on Saturday, and Jessie Lee Ward, of course, is one of the top of the top, just amazing energy, you know, and here's the thing, we're all going to resonate with different people. Okay, I am not Jessie Lee Ward. My energy is not like Jessie Lee Ward's. My personality is not like hers. We're all different, and our brand can be different. So these were tips from her. And one thing that I thought was really, really smart, one of the million dollar mentors was giving some of her feedback, and she ended up in a breakout room with one of our brand new associates, Jody Bernard, and it was great. It was just the two of them, and Amber gave her some great advice. She said, you know, whatever resonates with you, take. Whatever doesn't resonate with you, leave. Right? So take what works for you and leave what doesn't. You don't have to take it all. But here are the tips from Jessie Lee Ward. And one thing that I do believe in is looking who's successful, right? Understanding who's successful, who's where you want to be and hire. Jessie Lee Ward probably makes whatever, $500,000 a month. So yes, would I like to be like her in terms of her income? Sure, I would. So I'm gonna follow what the most successful people are doing so I can understand it, and then maybe I adapt it so that it's me versus anyone else. So the first thing that she gives as her tip is to be you. Just be your authentic self, whoever you are. Okay, don't try and be Anne. Don't try and be Jessie Lee. Don't try and be Dr. James. Don't try and be Chris and Tammy. Be you, whoever you are. Okay, that's very important. The next is you want to have a clear message. What is it that you're trying to say? Now, it's interesting because what seems to be happening in this branding space and in the network marketing space is that, where a year ago or so, maybe we would have been talking about being a bit secretive around our product, not secretive, but maybe not mentioning everything so that people can then just Google it. We would rather create curiosity and have us ask them. Now, people, things move too fast. Put it out there. Tell them what you're doing, who you're with, and make it about you and not necessarily about the product. So that if people have a choice of where to get the product or who to join, they're joining you because they can get the product in many places. Okay, so have a clear message. Be very clear about your purpose, what you're doing, what you want to be doing, so that people can understand it when they see you and they see you show up in with your brand. Now, Jessie Lee recommends being on multiple platforms, right? She calls it being omnipresent. She's everywhere. You can show different aspects of your personality in different places. For me, for example, I do a lot of my prospecting on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is very professional, but my Facebook profile, and I don't do nearly enough on any of my social media. So that's a big thing I have to work on. But my Facebook profile would be much more family oriented. I would never talk about my family or my, the whatever I'm doing personally on my LinkedIn. So you can show different aspects of your personality on different platforms. Stormy Wellington, on the other hand, she focuses all of her attention, and she's the highest paid network marketer in health and wellness. She focuses all of her attention on Instagram. So again, take what resonates with you and leave the rest, okay? Make sure that you're demonstrating your passion, all right? People follow passion. Be passionate about your vision, what you're up to in life. Be passionate about your day-to-day life. Be excited. Be excited about what you're up to. That will also be very, very key. Be relevant. You want to both understand what's happening today, understand the current trends, use the current trends. That's something, again, that if we're talking about Instagram, TikTok, things like that, for me, I have to tell you that I am way behind on those things. I'm not really up on those. I'm so excited because we're going to have Wattmaster a week from today, do some training on TikTok and Instagram, how to create reels, how to look for current trends, things like that. And I know that a lot of us will really find that useful. Some of you are amazing at it already. But for me, I did my first ever Instagram reel and my only Instagram reel during the last challenge that we had with Eric Worre back in November. So I have a long way to go. And that's all to do with the brand that I have to work on and everything else as well. That's fine though. So be relevant and then be distinct. Why is it you? Why is it you versus somebody else? And be the person you want to attract. Okay, so if you want to attract people who are high energy, then be high energy. If you want to attract people that are committed and show up all the time, be committed, show up all the time. Whatever you want to attract, be that person. And then make sure that you are distinct. You're not just like everyone else in whatever way that is. Okay, whatever way that is, I'm gonna share something I was so excited about because it really was a light bulb for me when we get to Fraser Brooks tips. Always be creating value in your content. It could just be humor, it could be a tip, it could be entertainment, just because they're interested. Like, I'll tell you something. For me, one of Dr. James, our CD, Dr. James brands is his family. He's a family man, and that's going to resonate with so many people who love their family. And I look at his stories because I see the family doing things. I see how cute the kids are. I see what they're up to. I see when Daisy's been naughty. He posts a lot about that stuff. That's a key part of his brand, in my opinion. We haven't talked about it, but it's great. And I mean, people with families, and of course there are many, many, many of them, they would resonate with him because they're like him. They're his tribe. I don't have a family with young kids. I can't be that person, but I can be somebody else. I can be myself. Okay, so deliver some value and be consistent. Okay, show up consistently. She's talking about social media, but I say show up consistently no matter where you are, in your business, in social media, wherever it might be. And then last, be visible. People have to be able to find you. If you're going to start attracting people from outside, then you have to be visible. One thing that Eric told us the other day that was kind of interesting, and I know that some of us have started, some of us have not, but you have to watch that you don't fill your friends list, whether it's on Facebook or maybe on LinkedIn, with other Max associates, because then it's likely the only people that see your content are Max associates, and that's not who you're trying to attract. So for me, for example, on LinkedIn, I will never accept a request from a Max associate because that's my network that I'm building in. And so I don't accept requests from Max associates. Even on Facebook, what I've tried to do, I don't know if I've done a good job of it because, again, I'm really not very good at social media yet. I will get better. Is I've tried to add a follow button so that people can follow me, because I don't want to fill my Facebook with Max friends. And so be a little bit mindful about only connecting with other Max people, because then the wide world at large is not going to get to you. They're not going to see you. They're not going to see your content. Tope, one of our amazing presenters from Lagos, was telling me that he just got a new customer from the US who saw one of his reels on Instagram, which is amazing. And I know he's been, ever since we did that challenge that I did, my first and only reel, and he's been consistent. He's been attracting new followers. So that's been amazing. So congratulations to you, Tope. All right, so let's continue here. So the challenge that you have is to, if you were going to look at yourself, okay, I know we're not on Zoom, so you can't look at yourself on the Zoom camera, but if you're going to look at yourself in your phone, okay, taking a selfie, or in your mirror at home right now, are you someone who would inspire others to feel they could achieve more if they worked with you? How do you look? Sometimes I see people on Zoom, when I tell people to turn their cameras on, they're lying in bed, they're on their pillows, they're in an undershirt. You want to show up in a place, and you want to show up as somebody who others would want to work with, right? You want people to think, wow, if I'm hanging around with that person, I think I could do better than if I am on my own. Okay, you want that. So you want to make sure that how you show up to people. I when I was creating my home office here in Ontario, I don't have the perfect setup in Lagos, unfortunately. I'll have to work on that. But you can see my background, right? I have inspirational artwork, and that was something I chose deliberately. I have bright colors because I didn't want it to be dull in the background. I chose those deliberately. I now have, which I actually didn't put on today, but I now have a ring light that I could put on the front that would give me better light. Let me do that, because I think I should try that. Hold on. So, I want to have better lighting. I'm working on it all. I just ordered myself a microphone to work with at home in Lagos. So just be aware of your environment, do the best you can, okay, with what you have, but do the best you can, and see if you can make things show up as well as you can. All right, now, creating community is another way that you can work on your brand, okay, if it's something that resonates with you. So identify something that you're passionate about. Okay, sometimes people are like, well, who am I? What am I about? Well, what are you passionate about? It could be farming. It could be your kids, it could be whatever it is. The more specific, the better. Okay, the more specific, the better. The more even niche, the better. So write something that you're passionate about into the chat, something that you're passionate about into the chat, anything, not even about network marketing, just something else, anything that you're passionate about. So write that into the chat, anything that you're passionate about, write that into the chat. And once you have identified it, become an expert in that thing. Become an expert. Okay, read everything about it, create content around it. Okay, good. Coaching, soccer, fitness, beautiful, beautiful. So Emily says fitness. So Emily, what you should think about is how to be even more specific, okay, around fitness. So the more specific you can be, the greater chance you have to create a 1 million member community. So let's say, Emily, how old are you? Write into the chat, how old are you? So whatever, so let's say you're 30 years old, I don't know. Or maybe you're a mom who's, coming back to her fitness level after pregnancy, like a more specific topic rather than fitness, because fitness is huge, could be, helping 30-year-olds get to their best fitness level, or, fitness for new moms, getting back to the pre-baby fitness level or something like that, so being more specific, being more targeted. Dr. James says music, someone else says tech, so being as specific as possible will actually help you create a community that others would be drawn to. So become an expert in whatever that thing is, create a community around that passion. The more specific, the better, because it's going to draw people to you, deliver value to the community. So let's say you had a passion for cooking, okay? And maybe you had a passion for jollof rice, okay? You could actually create a community around jollof rice, right? Every day you could post a new variation of a recipe for jollof rice. You could hold contests, the jollof rice wars. You could take pictures of beautiful jollof rice from this area and that area. You could do cooking techniques. You could actually create whole communities around that particular passion, right? It's funny, but it's true. Or if it's cupcakes, it could be, a different beautiful cupcake posted every single day, the most glorious, beautiful cupcake in the world. If you're a baker, for example, or cakes, right? Fantastic, beautiful cakes, cake decorating tips, cake recipe tips, the 10 best cake restaurants in, your country, whatever. You could just create a whole community around it and add value to that community every single day. And then over time, you monetize the community. So it doesn't have to have anything to do with cakes or music or technology. But because you've created that community, you can now do something with that community. Eric was telling us about one of his friends who loves all things keto, and she has created a community around keto recipes, keto foods, keto tips, keto. Her company has nothing to do with keto. Her products have nothing to do with keto. And yet she sells about $250,000 worth of products every single month to that community. because she's created it. So, that's one way of working in your brand, creating a community around something you're passionate about and adding value to it and creating a community around it. All right, now let's talk about Fraser Brooks. Of course, I hope we all know who Fraser Brooks is. He's amazing. He's so funny, and he teaches us social media, network marketing, how to use social media and network marketing. Really, really amazing guy. And he was on our workshop and he gave us 8 steps, which I really, really appreciated. So the first one is, what is your long-term mission? What do you want people to promote even when you're gone? Okay, what is it? So Eric Worre, for example, he wants to promote network marketing as the better way, network marketing as a profession. Even when he's long gone, he wants to be known for that. He wants people to continue that journey, right? For me, my mission is to impact 1 million families, okay? Even when I'm not there, that's what I want people to be promoting, impacting families. Okay, that's very, very important to me. So think about, what is your mission and what do you want people to be promoting, even if you are not there, even if you are gone. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is uncover who your audience is. Okay, uncover who your audience is. So one of the ways you can do this is I help these kinds of people to blank, do these kinds of things. So I wrote down a few just to give you an idea, an example. Okay, and if you have examples, type them into the chat. So here are some examples. And again, the more specific you can get, the better, the more people you will attract into your universe. So here are some examples. I help young people in their 20s create a future that excites them. Okay, if that's your mission, if that's what you do, right? So this is basically about knowing who you help and how you're going to help them. It's going to focus what you post in your content, because instead of posting your food, right? If your focus is on helping young people in their 20s create a future that excites them, you'll be posting things in that vein. Okay, another possible niche could be, I help retired people have more fun, connect with new friends, and generate an income. Okay, I help retired people have more fun, connect with new friends, and generate an income. Okay, that could be another one. Here's another one. I help single mothers build confidence and give their children more opportunities. So picture this as your branding underneath your Facebook or your Instagram, right? It's going to attract people to want to know more. Wow, you help single mothers build confidence and give their children more opportunities. I'm a single mom. I want more opportunities for my child. I'm going to check you out, see what you're all about, right? Here's another one. This would be something that might resonate more with me, for example. I help sales managers who want more out of life transition to a risk-free plan B. Okay, that was me. That was exactly who I am. I help sales managers who want more out of life transition to a risk-free plan B. That's something I could put. Now, one thing I struggle with is, if I say one thing, am I cutting off everyone else? And my team is so broad. So that's what I have to work on for me. But that would certainly be more niche oriented. Here's one, for example, for health professionals. I help health professionals impact more people with better health for greater rewards. I help health professionals impact more people with better health for greater rewards. Okay, so those are all examples, but think of something that resonates with you. Who do you help, and what do you help them to do, and how do you help them? That will help you shape your branding and your content. Okay, now let's continue. Once you have your mission, once you know who you want to help, right? Once you know what your brand is going to be about, next you're going to analyze your peers, analyze your competition, analyze the Dream 50, the top 50 who are doing this already, okay? The people who are already doing this. Study what they're doing, study their content, okay? Study books around this, study what their followers are finding useful, they're commenting on. Study them, And then you can start using what they're doing. You can start using what they're doing. Now, here's the thing that I found so amazing for me is once you have figured out, okay, who you want to help, how you want to help them, you're finding people who are already doing things in this space that you admire, that are already top in their class. You're seeing what kind of content they put out. Okay, you're studying their content, you're studying books. Now you're going to find your unique voice. Okay, why would someone be listening to you and not someone else? And remember that you're already further ahead. Okay, you might think you don't know much, but you're listening to this. You're already listening to the training we've done over the past week. You've already been listening to training from us for the last however long, a year, 2 years. You've already listened to Eric Worre's free programs. You've listened to GoPro 2021. You've got content already. You know more than 95% of network marketers. For example, if you choose a field that is exciting for you, whether it's a certain kind of music, creating music, whether it's a certain kind of technology, you already know more than 95% of people, right? So you have something to share and find your unique voice. Why would people listen to you? One of the reasons I think people listen to me is because I bring clarity. I love to teach. Okay, I'm a teacher, I'm a trainer. I like things to be clear. Step A, step B, step C, right? When people listen to me, I don't want them to leave confused. So one thing that was a light bulb for me that I loved so much, there is no unique message. There's only unique messenger. So if your style is humor, if your style is whatever it is, you are the messenger. The message is not unique. There's no unique content out there. It's fine to go and repurpose. Take what you're learning and reshape it. Take what you're learning and teach it over according to you, according to your own life, your own examples. It's perfect. Okay, so that one was a good one for me, really helped me. Then once you've gone through that, identify your attributes, okay, and go all in. What is your personality? Are you kooky? Are you funny? Are you cool? Are you professional? Are you laid back? Are you high energy? You know, what is your personality like? What kind of emojis do you use all the time? You know, I use the dancing lady. I use the star, the face with the stars all the time. I use emojis a lot, right? What are your signature emojis? What are your signature phrases? If you listen to Fraser Brooks, for example, okay, he's fire emoji number one. And number two, he uses Bob and Mary in his examples all the time, Bob and Mary. So he uses it to the point so much that when people actually meet a Bob or a Mary, they think of Fraser Brooks. So for me, for example, I like to finish a lot of my videos with, I can't wait to celebrate you at the top. That's what I've always said. I didn't think of it as my catchphrase, but it's what I feel. And it's what I want people to feel from me. I can't wait to celebrate you at the top. You know, so what is your thing? What is your catchphrase? What is your thing that you do all the time that people will start to associate with you? You know, one of the girls, she wears a sparkly headband, you know, and that's something that is attributed to her. Okay. And along the way, along your day, every week, every time you see or do something, just note it down. You can create a little story about it. You can create a post. You can create a moment. You can create a teaching. All right. Just jot down notes as you go through your day. And be truly who you are. Be truly who you are. Okay. Be truly who you are. Don't try and be anyone else. Whoever you are is great. Just be your best self, but be who you are, because you are already amazing. You are already amazing. I'm not Jessie Lee. I'm not, I don't have dogs. I don't have tattoos. You know, I'm not like all crazy energy. I'm more like Eric Worre in his energy, in his teaching, in his nurturing. That's who I resonate with the most for me personally, right? Some people resonate with other people. So just be you. That's very, very important. We'll finish up on our tips from Fraser. Serve. Okay, give value always, give value and serve. This is something that I really loved. Always help the person you used to be. Okay, let's not get above ourselves. Let's always remain humble. Let's realize that we were somewhere yesterday, and somewhere is where we used to be. You know, someone is there, and we need to help them. We need to remember where we were and help those people. Help those people. Help them rise up. Okay, so always look to give value. Always look to serve. That's why we have this page, because we want to serve. We know that not everyone is where some of us are right now, where we have afforded to pay for the accelerator program. So we want to help everyone get there if they choose to, if they want to. We want to give value and serve the community because we want everybody to succeed. Remember that you will never die until someone stops mentioning your name. If you think about Jim Rohn was one of the greatest motivators, the greatest teachers and trainers, and we still talk about him. I still think his work is some of the greatest work. He's still Eric Worre's greatest mentor, and he's not dead because we still talk about him, we still listen to him, we still learn from him. So treat the people that appreciate you like royalty. Okay, and they will give you loyalty. Respond to their comments, respond to their messages. Whatever content you're creating, are people going to learn from it long after you're gone? I try not to date my content because I want it to be as relevant a year from now or 2 years from now as it was when I made it. So that's something mindful as well to think about. And the last thing is to collaborate with peers. Okay, I love what we're doing right now because Wattmaster, Dr. Izzy, Chris and Tammy, all the other accelerators, me, we're coming together. We're not all on the same Max teams, but we're coming together to collaborate, and we'll learn from each other and we'll grow together and we'll be more successful because we're collaborating. So whether you're doing a podcast, whether you're doing a live on Facebook, whether you're doing an Instagram interview, whatever you're doing, collaborate with other people. Okay, meetings, events, pickup centers, collaborate with peers. It will really serve you. All right, we'll finish up on this. So just start from where you are, okay? Don't worry if you're nowhere. You guys may feel I'm somewhere. I feel I'm nowhere. So just start from where you are. We're all wherever we are, and it's fine. All right, start from where we are. And it's just, personal branding is just about educating people who we are. And so do the exercises we've talked about. That will help you figure out who you are, figure out who you want to be. And think about, what is your it factor? What makes you you? What makes you you? You know, for me, I know it's because I have a caring heart for people. I want people to succeed. I want to serve. I want to teach. I want to push them beyond where they are. And the communication factor, you know, the clarity. I think those are part of the things that make me me. You have to think, what are the part of things that make you you, make you different than others? Your confidence. You have to build your confidence. Okay, feel it, speak it to yourself. You know, speak it. Say, you know what? People are waiting to hear from me. People are waiting to hear from me. I am going to impact somebody today. And if you need to, and we all need to, build it. How do you build it? You build it by reading. You build it by personal development. You build it by dipping your toe out of your comfort zone into the pool. Just try something new. Try it. Try something small. You'll be like, wow, hey, I did that. Try the next thing. Try the next thing. Your confidence will grow. I promise you it will grow. But get confident. It's really going to serve you. And just tell your story and the value that you bring to the world. Tell it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You may think everybody knows it, but people don't know it. You can tell it in different ways, different formats, different platforms. So keep telling your story. And think about, for you and also for your team, slogans or catchphrases. Okay, one thing I love that Dr. Albert did, Double Diamond Dr. Albert from Ghana did recently, I shared it on the pages. He came up with this catchphrase called 631 on how you build to bronze. 631. The 631 is like something you could easily think of. 631, 631, 631. I loved it. And basically it's this, enroll 6 people, which is 3 on your left, 3 on your right. Each one of them enrolls 3 people, and each one of them enrolls 1 person, and then you're bronze. So it's basically a way to build to bronze, 631. I loved it. A great little catchphrase. So think about slogans or things that you want to add in as catchphrases into your business. And then the last one that I also really, really appreciated, which is spend a third of your time with people you look up to. Okay, spend a third of your time with your peers and third of your time with people who need your help. Okay, the people that you are working to bring up with you. So finishing up here, appearance is part of your brand. Pay attention to it, be deliberate, be intentional. Okay, I'm working on that as well, but be intentional on that. Your grooming, your hair, your makeup, clothing, shoes. It doesn't have to be expensive at all. Okay, it can be simple. You see someone like Dean Graziosi, he's one of the top motivational success coaches in the world. He wears the same t-shirt every day. Of course, a different t-shirt, but the same look and feel, t-shirt and jeans, but he's intentional about that. So be intentional about what you are wearing, what you're showing up as, what you're looking like every day. And then think to yourself, if you were at an event and somebody pulled you up to the front of the stage and they asked the crowd, what's one word that comes to mind when you look at this person? You couldn't see the crowd, okay, but they could see you. What would they say? And what would you want them to say? And would they be inspired? Would they feel they could work with you as a leader just by looking at you? That's also very, very important. So have that in your mind as you make your choices about how you're showing up every day. One thing I loved about what Dr. Izzy is doing, and I'm so happy and inspired by the journey that she's sharing along the way in our Facebook page. She said that she used to be someone who, is mostly comfortable in a tank top and sweatpants. That's how I am at home too. We work from home every day. So I'm in my, casual, very casual wear. And I'll tell you, she started dressing up, putting on a little makeup every day. She always looks fantastic, even if she's wearing a smart t-shirt, so she can be on camera anytime, anywhere. And I just ordered some very inexpensive, simple dresses that will be how I dress up every day. And instead of throwing on an old t-shirt and whatever, I'm going to be putting on something a little more, and it's still comfortable, still easy, but a little bit more upscale, and being ready for the camera any day, even just with myself. So we have to be intentional about that. And I've gotten too happy and comfortable not to be. So think about that too for you. All right, now another assignment. You want to be always taking pictures. So Stormy Wellington, remember, the highest paid network marketer in health and wellness in the world, okay, makes over $1 million a month in health and wellness. She spends about 20 hours a month doing professional photo shoots. She spends probably 7-8 hours a day having videographers and photographers be around her in her space. But professional photo shoots, different outfits, different energies, she probably spends about 20 hours a month. Now, if you have spent any time in the last month, maybe just type into the chat the number of hours you have spent on professional photo shoots in the last, let's say, 60 days. Now, some of you are amazing at it. I see some of your pictures, like Dr. Iffy. Oh my gosh, I wish I had your photos. Loretta's birthday photos. Oh my goodness, did you see those? They were spectacular. And Dr. James and Cuckoo and the family, their photographer photos are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So type into the chat how many hours you have spent on getting photographs of you, okay, in the last 2 months. How many hours have you spent getting photographs of you, not a selfie, okay? Someone actually taking a shot of you, different energy, different outfits, different locations. Doesn't even have to be professional photographer. So type into the chat how many hours you have spent getting photographs done. And the challenge that I want to give you, and I have to give it to myself as well, is to do some photos in January, okay? Spend 2 hours having someone take photos. You can just use the portrait mode on your phone if you have a good phone, or see if you can get someone to do it with a good phone. You don't have to get a professional photographer, and have different outfits, different locations. I've seen some beautiful family photographs from some of you, even over the holidays, right? So just get some different photographs of you, great ones, of you and your spouse, you on your own. You need some of you on your own, unless you're a couple working the business as well. Okay, these are things you can be using over time in your social media as well. All right, so I hope you accept that assignment. I have to work on that myself. And then the last thing I'm going to share is, don't get caught up, okay, in all of this branding right now, especially if you're in the 90-day run and you've already committed to spending, every waking minute, committed to building your max business in the 90-day run. Don't worry about trying to implement all of this as well, okay? Take the notes and do 1 or 2 things as you can, all right? Do 1 or 2 things, get back to your 90-day run. Do 1 or 2 things, get back to your 90-day run. Keep your notes, it'll be there. It's an ongoing thing over time, okay? It's a work in progress. But just remember that no matter what, you are a rock star, and we love you. We appreciate you. We know that you have everything in you to be the amazing, amazing, amazing top global leader that we know you can be. So thank you for participating on this session. I am going to head over to Facebook, and just see if anyone has any questions. You are welcome to ask any questions at all. Anyone has any questions? Yes, you are a rock star. Yes, you are. Dan, you are a rock star. You did thousands of warm-up messages. You are incredible. Incredible. All right, 30 minutes every day. Okay, good, good. 30 minutes every day. Oh, wow. Of photos, I wonder. All right, so does anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions that they want to ask? You can go ahead and ask those questions. If anyone has any questions, you can always type them into the chat. I will also get to them after for sure. All right. I think we do not have any questions. Thank you guys for being part of it today. So remember, tomorrow, let me just go over our schedule once again. So Monday to Saturday, we have live coaching at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Ghana time, 7 p.m. West Africa time, and 9 p.m. East Africa time. Okay, that's daily, Monday to Saturday. Next Saturday, we will move to Sunday. Okay, because next Saturday we have our global convention kickoff, which all of you should be attending. Make sure you're inviting your guests as well. It's a great chance for them to experience us. Okay, then on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 1 p.m., same time, 7 p.m. and 7 p.m. West Africa time. So 1 p.m. East Africa time, 6 p.m. Ghana time, 7 p.m. West Africa time, 9 p.m. East Africa time. We have our live Zoom BOM. Okay. Now that live Zoom BOM is, of course, for your guests, and you're welcome to be there, of course, as well. We are not going to be streaming it to this Facebook page because it's getting a little bit overwhelming. So we won't be streaming it here. All right. So check for the Zoom link and get your prospects invited to that. So that's 3 times a week that we will have the live Zoom. We will also be recording a short version of the presentation with a number of different people so that we have some recorded versions available for you in case people cannot get to a live Zoom, okay? Now, remember too, we have our Crown Diamond Global Impact YouTube station, which YouTube channel, which we have put the videos, the key videos from this 90-day run and these workshops onto that channel. So just go to YouTube, look for Crown Diamond Global Impact, and you will see it there. And then the last thing I will show you is how to check this Facebook group, because I know it can be a bit overwhelming. So check on guides in this Facebook group, and you will see everything organized there. All of the trainings, the live coachings, they're all organized under guides. Okay, so if you go to guides, you'll see everything there. We do a summary each day for the live coaching, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. We do a summary of all of those things as a screenshot in a photo, so you'll be able to see that as well. So everything should be there for you. All right, so I think that is all the questions, everything I wanted to cover today. All right, so thanks guys, have an awesome, awesome night. So remember, next week on Monday, we're gonna have a special bonus. Wattmaster is going to be showing us how to do Instagram Reels and TikToks and how to look for trending sounds. Okay, so for those of you who are a bit of a baby like I am on Instagram and TikTok, then Wattmaster will be giving us a little tutorial because he's very amazing at all of those types of things. All right, thanks guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. Sorry, we went a bit long today, but I hope everyone got value. All right, see you later.